Daf Yomi, Tractate Shevuos or Shavuot, page 6, A, top of the page, with the word Haimai, with the words Haimai. The Gemara answers, what is this comparison? Bishlama below seed heichal krum beitza lokashia. De afal gav de krum beitza mitatai diseit rachmana amar velaseit velasapachat sapachat tefela laseit afal gav de minachta mina tuva ela seed heichal kasha ela machavarta matnitin. The Gemara answers, what is this comparison? Granted, it would be all well were it not for the difficulty with regard to a mark, the color of lime plaster of the sanctuary walls, as the difficulty raised with regard to an egg membrane colored mark is not difficult, as even though the shade of an egg membrane is 2 shades below that of a se'et, the merciful one states, and for the se'et and for the sapachat, Leviticus 14:56, which indicates that a sapachat is secondary to a se'et and can combine with it even though a sapachat is of a much lower degree of brightness than it. Rabbi Akiva holds that both of the additional shades not explicitly mentioned in the Torah are derived from the word sapachat, and so both of them can combine with a se'et. But the difficulty raised with regard to a mark, the color of the lime plaster of the sanctuary walls, is indeed difficult. Rather, it is clear that the Mishnah is not in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Akiva. The Gemara elaborates on Rabbi Akiva's opinion, and where have we learned that according to Rabbi Akiva, the different shades should be ordered this one above that one, meaning according to their degree of brightness, and only 2 adjacent shades can combine together. Yehoshua beno shel Rabbi Akiva meRabbi Akiva mipnei ma amru ma'aros nigoim shnayim she'en arba amar lo ואם לאו מה יאמרו? יאמרו מקרום ביצה ולמעלה טמא. If we say, we learn it from that which is taught in the following Braita is difficult. The Braita teaches, Rabbi Yossi said that Yehoshua, son of Rabbi Akiva, asked of Rabbi Akiva, for what reason did the sages say that the different shades of leprous marks are 2 types that are 4, and proceed to specify their names? Rabbi Akiva said to him, but if not that, what else could they say? Rabbi Yehoshua answered him, let them say that any mark of a degree of brightness from that of an egg membrane and above is ritually impure. I guess they're saying Rabbi Yehoshua is here, they're calling Yehoshua the son of Rabbi Akiva Rabbi Yehoshua, even though the Talmud didn't, the text of the Talmud didn't say Rabbi Yehoshua, but the commentary says Rabbi Yehoshua answered him, let them say any mark of, meaning that the son of Yehoshua, son of Rabbi Akiva. I haven't seen him very often. Rabbi Yehoshua beno shel Rabbi Akiva. Wonder what the gematria that is. Yehoshua, the son of Rabbi Akiva, okay, has a numerical value of 1,174 in regular gematria, and really nothing that I can make that much sense of here. Mispar Katana is 58. That's something. Okay, back to the Gemara. Let them say that a mark of any degree of brightness, that any mark of a degree of brightness from that of an egg membrane and above is richly impure. Amru lo, amar lo, lo mash mitzvah from zeim ze, amar lo, v'yamru mikru mitzvah, ulma lo tov mitzvah from zeim ze, amar lo, lo malach kol kohen she'eno baki bahen u'bishmotehen eno roe et hanegaim. Rabbi Akiva said to him, they specify the 4 different shades in order to say that they combine with each other in that order, meaning each one with its adjacent shade. Rabbi Yehoshua, again I think this is Yehoshua, son of Rabbi Akiva, said to him, if so, let them simply say any mark of a degree of brightness from that of an egg membrane and above is richly impure, and they combine with each other. Rabbi Akiva said to him, they specify their names in order to tell you any priest who is not an expert in distinguishing between them and in identifying their names is not authorized to inspect the leprous marks and make a decision regarding them. The Gemara explains the difficulty. Rabbi Yehoshua suggested that according to Rabbi Akiva's opinion, it should be sufficient to say that any mark of a degree of brightness from that of an egg membrane and upward is impure, but he did not say that it would also be necessary to add and any mark of a degree of brightness from that of the lime plaster of the sanctuary walls and above is impure. If Rabbi Akiva agrees to the categorization of the Mishnah, then it would be necessary to state separately each category of marks in a dual formulation in order to indicate that only shades that are categorized together can combine. Midela amale shma mina deshmiya le Rabbi Akiva damar kulu levad zed mitzarfin. The Gemara suggests, conclude from the fact that he did not say this to Rabbi Akiva, that Rabbi Yehoshua heard of Rabbi Akiva, that he says all the different shades combine with a se'et. Accordingly, both a snow white baheret and a lime-colored mark will each combine with a se'et, and they are adjacent to it when listed in order of their degrees of brightness. An egg membrane-colored mark will also combine with a se'et, as it is derived from the word sapachat, and the Torah indicates that a sapachat is secondary to a se'et. V'dilma se'et v'toladita, v'heret v'toladita. The Gemara rejects this proof, but perhaps Rabbi Akiva does hold that the only combinations possible are a se'et and its secondary mark, meaning an egg membrane-colored mark and a baheret and its secondary mark, meaning a lime-colored mark, and perhaps Rabbi Yehoshua, in fact, proposed that the sages should use a dual formulation, but the bride decides only the first half of his suggestion. אלא מדרבי חנינא, אמר רבי חנינא משהו דרבי עקיבא למד אבל דומה. ל4 כוסות של חלב, אחד נפלו לתוכו 2 טיפין של דם, ואחד נפלו לתוכו 4 טיפין של דם, ואחד נפלו לתוכו 8, ואחד נפלו לתוכו 12 טיפין, ואמרי לו 16 טיפין, שכולם ארוז לבן. לא ביניהן, אלא שזה למעלה מזה וזה למעלה מזה. Rather, Rabbi Akiva's opinion can be inferred from that which Rabbi Hanina says. As Rabbi Hanina says, the following is an analogy to illustrate the opinion of Rabbi Akiva. To what is this matter comparable? It is comparable to 4 cups of milk, and 2 drops of blood fell into one of them, and 4 drops of blood fell into another one of them, and 8 drops of blood fell into another one, and 12 drops of blood fell into the last one. And some say that 16 drops fell into the last cup. This is a suitable analogy, as the milk in all of the cups still has a similar shade of white, but the cups can be ordered according to their degrees of brightness, as this one is above this one, and that one is above that one. Rabbi Hanina's analogy would appear to portray Rabbi Akiva's opinion in the same way it was cited earlier. Emor nishmad le Rabbi Akiva mitfatuch b'chaluk mishamad le. The Gemara rejects this. The Torah states that a reddish-white affliction, Leviticus 13:42, not just a flawless white one, renders a person ritually impure. Therefore, the Gemara suggests, say, that you heard Rabbi Akiva express this opinion with regard to combining different shades of a mark that is mixed with red, which is the case most similar to the analogy offered by Rabbi Hanina, but with regard to different shades of flawless white. Have you heard Rabbi Akiva express this opinion? אלא שבהן הדזה כשלג ושלשי דעה המנה. And if you would say that just as you heard Rabbi Akiva express his opinion with regard to a mark that is mixed with red, so too by logical extension you have effectively heard Rabbi Akiva express his opinion with regard to different shades of flawless white. As what possible reason is there to differentiate between them? This is difficult. And this suggestion is problematic, as in the case of the mixed reddish-white mark itself. Did you ever hear him express this opinion? But isn't it taught otherwise in a Mishnah, Negaim 1:2, with regard to the various shades of white that are mixed with red? Rabbi Akiva says the reddish variation of this one, meaning of a baheret, and of that one, meaning of a lime-colored mark, are like wine diluted in water, except for the following distinction, that the reddish variation of a baheret is still an intense white, like snow, albeit with a somewhat pinkish hue. But the reddish variation of lime is darker than it.